Since my last edition of this video went so well, I thought I'd do another. Excuse me. So originally I didn't have any plans to make this kind of video, and then I started to use the new EC2 as my daily driver for both gaming and general computer use, and that's when I was unfortunately reminded of the mouse's weak points / problems. The most notable and recent issue I've had with the EC2 is its scroll wheel, and just after a week of use, it started doing this. And unfortunately, this is not the first time I've had issues with an EC series scroll wheel. Back in July of last year, when I reviewed the EC1A, I had this to say. Another thing that worries me about the scroll wheel is its longevity. I'm not sure how common this is, but my first Zowie EC1A actually ended up having a defective scroll wheel. After only a couple weeks of use, some of the steps just stopped registering. What really bothers me here is that there have been 3 separate iterations after the initial ECA launch. There's the ECB, ECB Divina, and the most recent, of course, just EC. And they still haven't fixed issues people, at least I have been complaining about since the beginning. In total, I've owned about 5 different EC series mice, all ranging from almost every iteration except the ECB Divina. And I've had issues with at least 2, maybe 3, where the scroll wheel just wasn't working properly. So maybe I've just been super unlucky, but it really doesn't seem that way. I mean, how hard is it to make a properly working scroll wheel? It can't be that difficult. This leads me to my second issue with the EC series, the buttons. They're still very average, and for a $70 mouse, frankly, they're unacceptable. The G-Wolves G302, which is an EC2 clone, costs less than half this and has better buttons. Take a listen. As you can hear and hopefully see, there's just too much pre and post travel on the EC series' buttons. I've always kind of thought that good mouse buttons, i.e. minimal pre and post travel, were objective, but Zowie for the most part has kept the buttons unchanged. Yes, they've altered the side buttons a bit, but not enough in my opinion. So I'm not sure if Zowie is just out of touch with their consumers, they're being lazy, or if they're purposefully keeping the buttons this way because people actually like them and I'm just in the minority here. Let me know in the comments if you actually like the EC series buttons or if you just tolerate them because the shape is so good. The last issue I have with the EC series, I've already touched on a bit, and that's value. But this also applies to Zowie mice in general. In my opinion, for $70 you just don't get enough. Sure, you get an excellent sensor and a fantastic shape, but that's common in today's mouse market. Other companies are offering the same or more for less. When going against the larger EC1, you have the Razer Death Adder Elite and Mamba Elite for $45 and $60 respectively at the time of this video. When going against the smaller EC2, you have the G-Wolf Skull for around the same price, the Logitech G403 for only $40, and the Xtrfy M4 for just $60. It also seems like Zowie has no interest in making real changes or innovating their products like other companies have been. Logitech, Final Mouse, Razer, Cooler Master, Roccat, and Xtrfy are all getting with the times and making ultra lightweight mice, 80 grams or less. Logitech and Razer are even making ultra lightweight wireless mice, and Zowie has yet to make an ultra lightweight or wireless mouse. I think people, myself included, would kill for a wireless FK or EC series mouse. Don't get me wrong, the issues with the buttons and scroll wheel still annoy the bejesus out of me, but if they could make an ergo ultra lightweight mouse, it sure as hell would make the aforementioned issues easier to ignore. Anyway guys, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know what you think. Was I too harsh or unfair towards Zowie? Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.